Páirc ring for the Scol final between Belgooly and Gaelscoil Charraig. Teams are waiting to be presented to the crowd for this eagerly awaited game. The Belgooly team, Leighin. Just waiting to call out the teams here. It's a beautiful setting today, a little bit cold, but a lot of people very glad that these matches have finally been played. Number 1, Aiden Daly. Number 2, for Belgooly, Tobin. Number 3, Tomas Keogh. Number 4, Andrew Sheehan. Number 5, Peter Bollard. Number 6, Daniel Edmonds. Number 7, Michael O'Mahony. Number 8, Evin Allen. Number 9, Eamon Kelly. Number 10, Gary Bollard. 11, Eoin Allen. 12, Jamie Dwyer. 13, David Fehily. 14, Sean Crowley. 15, Shane Mooney. 16, Tim Daly. 17, Michael Coleman. 18, Owen Coleman. 19, Jonathan Butler. 20, Michael Murphy. 21, Dara McCarthy. 22, Barry Coleman. Number 23, Owen Desmond. Number 24, Graham Webb. August Ivra Fehily, Stephen Coleman. Rinn Gaelscoil Charraig. Scol Ibrahim Dahi O'Grifa. Ivra Do Dahi O'Regan. Ivra 3 Kieran O'Monla. Ivra Cahar Mihala Donovan. Ivra Coig Joseph O'Moran. Ivra Shea Kino Sulawan. Ivra Shocked Stefan O'Regan. Ivra Hooked Owen O'Sullivan. Ivra Nene Ian McVernon. Ivra Day Paul McAvoy. Ivra Hendig Ona Dadig. Ivra Doyag Barrow Hare. Ivra Tridig O'Shane Finn. Ivra Coidig Dahi Morahu. Ivra Shadig Paul Furlong. Ivra Shockdig Stefan Depoer. Ivra Hookdig Raymond Morper. Ivra Nadiag Shane O'Haleha. Ivra Feha Andrew Durkin. Ivra Feha Hain Andrew O'Callaghan. Ivra Feha Do Liam O'Regan. Ivra Feha 3 Rory O'Callig. Ivra Feha Carr Angus O'Donovan. August Ivra Feha Coig Brendan O'Leka. And number 26's name wasn't called out, was Pairc O'Shea from Gaelscoil Charraig. And the referee and Raytoran of Sean O'Kelly got Blarney National School. Welcome to Páirc ring for the Scol, this eagerly awaited Scol final between Gaelscoil Charraig and Belgooly. The referee, Johnny Kelly, is about to throw the ball in and the game is on. Straight away, Ivra Coig shows it from Moran. It can take a long, dangerous ball, but it just drifts to the left, hops, and in the end, harmlessly wide. But a good, aggressive start for the boys from Charraig. Cleared out the field by Tomas Keogh, but it's won by number 9 out there, Paul McAvoy. Well won by the centre half back, and a nice low ball out as far as Andrew Sheehan. Andrew under a lot of pressure, but he returns the ball to Peter Bollard, and Peter changes the direction of the play, and a lovely right-footed delivery across towards Eamon Kelly. Nice turn, quick football to Daniel Edmonds. Daniel, toe to hand, takes his man on, survives a robust challenge, a challenge that's too robust. Quite rightly, says referee Johnny Kelly. I think it was some shows from Moran over there. and the free will be to Belgooly. They're going short. Michael O'Mahony comes to get it under a lot of pressure, puts his left boot down, picks it, drops it again, but tenaciously stays at it as he's marked by Eoin O'Sullivan. A nice long ball, a left-footed ball towards Eamon Kelly again. Kelly doesn't get it on this occasion, and he's beaten by Ivoric Harmy Hall of Donovan, and the clearance towards centre field. Down the field, toe to hand, a long left-footed drive. Will it go over the back? It doesn't. He reads it beautifully, and storming out is Tobin, Michael Tobin, and a good intelligent clearance towards Gary Bollard, and Gary Bollard, toe to hand, he's making towards the goal. He's under pressure, he's taking him on again, he puts it on his left, and a lovely point for the Belgooly boys. A great run by number 10, Gary Bollard. He soloed with his right. They thought he'd shoot with his right. He turned it into his left, and he drilled the ball over the bar, and Belgooly lead in the early stages of this game by 1 point to no score. The kick out by Dahi O'Greefa. It's long and it's good, but it's won by the Belgooly boy Eoin Allen, whose brother is playing Ilorna Pairc, and he gets it to Michael O'Mahony, and a quick delivery from Michael isn't a good one on this occasion, cut off well by Stephen O'Regan, and a long raging kick from Stephen O'Regan is won inside there by Barrow here. A nice delivery by Barrow. Is it gone too far? Marginally, says the umpire, marginally, says the referee. Despite the best efforts of Ono Dadig inside, the ball goes wide. You must take it back to the square for a wide ball, says referee Johnny Kelly, and it's to the disappointment of the point scorer. That's Gary Bollard. The ball must go all the way back again, and the kick out on this occasion will be taken by Tomas Keogh. Tomas, long right-footed kick, searching out his centre half forward. The ball eludes him, however, and is swept up there by Joseph O'Moran. Great delivery by Joseph O'Moran. He drew Ian McVernon. Ball, however, bounces on this surface. This remarkably good surface for the time of the year here in Pairc Ring. It's a cold morning. There's a little bit of frost below us here, and the pitch has been narrowed just ever so slightly for the safety of the players, but other than that it's plenty wide, and the conditions are absolutely excellent. Play goes on. Bit of a shamazzle out in the middle of the field. The foul is by the Gaelscoil Charraig line. By the free is charged down, but illegally, says the referee, and number 5, Peter Bollard, whose brother, I assume it's his brother, scored that last point, is shaping up to take it. Nice low delivery from Peter, but very well cut off for Gaelscoil Charraig line by number 7 over there, Stephen O'Regan, who settled down to start this game very impressively. Ball batted down, and Bollard comes to get it again. That's Bollard the forward, Gary Bollard, and toe to hand, and another raking run, and this guy has pace and he's got skill. He's surrounded by 3 players, but he gets a nice ball back and a lovely crossfield pass towards Peter Bollard. Peter Bollard can't get in the first attempt, bends his back very well, puts the toe under it. He's under a lot of pressure, and he's pushed in the back by number 8, that's Eoin O'Sullivan, his marker, but the Belgooly boys are moving this ball quickly. Nice low ball to Michael O'Mahony. Michael puts it on his left, and a good low ball towards the full forward, and comes again to Bollard. He turns inside his man, he'll put it on his left again, and he does, but he's charged down on this occasion beautifully by Dahi O'Regan, and an intelligent clearance from Dahi towards the sideline, but it's swept up there again for Belgooly by Eoin Allen, and Eoin, nice ball to Tomas Keogh. Some nice football being played at the moment by the Belgooly boys, and again they go crossfield, and again it's Bollard tipping it with his left. Almost a deja vu of what we've seen a minute ago. He's under a lot of pressure. Did he touch it on the ground? He did, says the referee. And a chance for Carrigaline to relieve some of the pressure and mount an attack themselves. Both to go hauling, give her a hook to Eoin O'Sullivan. He drove Ivor a hen there. Oh no, Dadig. The ball breaks loose, however. A shamazzle going on. Will it fall into the Carrigaline boy's hand? It falls into his hand all right, but he rolls it in, says the referee, who's brilliantly up with the play, it must be said, and a free out for the Belgooly boys. This game, lively, it's fast, it has the makings of very good, very tight, very open competition, and it could give us an ideal start to the day's play here in this cold February morning, sorry, March morning. It's the 1st of March. I'm corrected here by the cameraman, but here they come again, the Belgooly boys. Lovely long ball in towards the full forward, one inside there beautifully, and just dropped at the wrong time by Eamon Kelly, and the Carrigaline boys half clear it goes to Allen. Evin Allen, nice raking ball from Evin, but won beautifully by the keeper, held by the keeper, Dahi O'Greefa, and a good clearance out towards the centre of the field, but only as far as the impressive Eoin Allen. And the ball, a dangerous hopping ball in front of the goal, goes across the goal, however, and ends up to the right and harmlessly wide. And the score remains 1 point for Belgooly and no score for Gaelscoil Charraig. The clearance again, the Belgooly boys on top at the moment, and one out there by Peter Bollard goes for in the direction of Jamie Dwyer, who hasn't been that much in the game yet, but Jamie is beaten on this occasion. Lovely pick up by the Carrigaline by Evin Allen, and a great clearance as Paul McIntyre, and a great clearance towards Barrow O'Hare. Barrow under a lot of pressure from Tomas Keogh. Tomas, a strong full back, wins a good ball. Referee says play on. Lovely hand pass. It's a bit dangerous one. It's not, because it comes beautifully as far as Eoin Allen, and a lovely ball from Eoin Allen, picks out his man, that's Daniel Edmonds, and Daniel, nice clearance and a nice pass inside to the number 9 inside there, Eamon Kelly, right-footed from Kelly towards the full forward, batted away from him, that's Jamie Dwyer, but batted away very, very well and cleared brilliantly by Stephen O'Regan into the middle of the field. Backs and forwards going to it. The centre half back Bollard comes out with again. Lovely ball from him, a low ball, but it bounces off the chest of its intended target, and it's picked up for Gaelscoil Charraig. Man under a lot of pressure, the Carrigaline boy. Too much pressure, says the referee. Very well played by Paul McIntyre, and a free into Carrigaline. To be taken on this occasion by Stephen, the impressive Stephen O'Regan. Long ball from Stephen, but it eludes the road running corner forward inside there. That's Barrow O'Hare, and it goes in the end to the left and wide. And the score remains 1 point for Belgooly, 1 point for Gaelscoil Charraig. The Belgooly boys in possession again. Ball comes in the middle of the field towards Kelly. Nice little pass inside to Daniel Edmonds, and Daniel drives a long ball into Eamon Kelly on this occasion. Under pressure is Eamon Kelly from Micheál Donovan, but he gets his shot in, hands go up, ball drop, picked up by one of the Carrigaline golf fellas and dropped again inside, and it breaks eventually in a boot of one of the Carrigaline defenders, clears it towards the far side of the field where Eamon Kelly goes down on it. As he goes down on the ball, he's pushed, and it's a free, and they get on with it immediately, and it's the ball with Michael O'Mahony. Long ball, finds the number 12, a great shot and a great save by Dahi O'Greefa, and a good clearance out into the middle of the field where it's picked up, not for the first time today, by Eamon Kelly, and a lovely ball from Kelly towards Bollard. Bollard under a lot of pressure, but he turns inside his man again. That's Cian O'Sullivan, and the ball from Bollard drops just in front of the keeper, and the fist went up there from David Fehily, but unfortunately for Belgooly and for David Fehily, his intended punched shot was just to the right and wide, but a let off there for Gaelscoil Charraig. I think they'll be happy at the moment that the score still remains 1 point to no score. The Belgooly boys coming again with Evin Allen. Nice ball from Evin to Daniel Edmonds. A lovely ball inside towards Kelly. Right-footed from Kelly, but again it goes to just wide on the left-hand side of the goal up there, and the chances are going a-begging at this stage of the game. One of the Carrigaline boys on this occasion, as we look at a section of the crowd, is tying his lace. A lot of excited children here today. It's a great day for the school's concern. Very exciting, and we're lucky that eventually, with all the postponements, that we've a nice, bright, sunny day here. Bollard under pressure. Will go down on this. Tenaciously chased there by Paul McIntyre, but Bollard picks it up. He's not happy with the decision. In fact, it's not a pick-up. The decision is that the ball went out over the line. The sideline ball on this occasion will be for Gaelscoil Charraig, and will be taken by Paul McIntyre. Paul with his Keogh, but it screws a bit off his left leg into the hand of the full-back, Tomas Keogh, under pressure, drops the ball, and the referee sees something inside there. He says a pick-up, I would imagine, and it's a free in from a very good position for the Gaelscoil and Carrigaline, to be taken by Stephen O'Regan, man who started this game very, very well. Stephen, love to score from here to steady the ship, strikes the ball very, very well, but unfortunately he just gets his angles wrong and the ball goes slightly to the left and wide, and the score remains 1 point for Belgooly and no score for Gaelscoil Carrigaline. Ball in play with O'Mahony. O'Mahony, toe to hand, tearing up the field, puts it on his left. Well, he gets a short ball, in fact, to Daniel Edmonds. Daniel, another left-footed drive in towards Evin Jamie Dwyer. Quick delivery from Jamie, but it's batted down and won by Cian O'Sullivan, who drives it out to Stephen O'Regan. And Stephen O'Regan intends it for Paul McAvoy, but it's cut off by Peter Bollard. Peter charging out of defence, under a lot of pressure, surrounded by 3 players. Toe to hand, and manages to get a clearance towards Daniel Edmonds. Daniel Edmonds, fine wide field over there, the ball stays in play, left-footed from Edmonds again, a lot of Keoghs out there today, and a nice pick up inside by one of the inside forwards, but again the Carrigaline boys are battling for everything, and great tenacious defence, and eventually Joseph O'Moran, a lovely ball from Joseph, finds one of his midfielders, and a great ball from him towards Ian McVernon. Ian under pressure, however, the ball just bounces past him, and it's picked up by Eoin Allen. Eoin back to Keogh on a long ball. He's looking for O'Mahony, but it's very, very well won up there by the half-back, Paul McAvoy. And Paul, a great ball, won inside by Eoin O'Daly. Eoin shot half blocked on, but this falls well for the number 12 inside. He turns, right for the ball across the goal by Barrow here, but it's cut off by the keeper, and his half clearance falls nicely for one of the defenders, and a great ball out of defence. A great ball finds the elusive Bollard. That's Gary Bollard. And can we repeat the first score? He goes right for it this time. Nice ball in towards the centre half forward, but the ball breaks from him and it's cleared very well for Gaelscoil Carrigaline by Stephen O'Regan. Good Ivra Huck. Eoin O'Sullivan. Go hauling it going. Goody Paul under pressure, will put it on his left, nice left with a ball, but it goes again, drifts across the face of the goal and out to the right and wide. Some very good football being played on both sides. Belgooly had a great start. They just managed to convert one of their chances, but now at the moment the Carrigaline boys are coming right back into it, and it's end-to-end stuff. One up there for Carrigaline by Micheál O'Donovan and cleared towards number 13, Oisin Finn. Oisin wins a great ball under pressure and turns nicely, and another left-footed ball is a cut out by Bollard again. It's not very tenacious work by number 12 Barrow O'Hare, but unfortunately for Barra the ball breaks out over the end line, but it's 45 for Gaelscoil Carrigaline. They've certainly settled a lot better. A very, very promising start from the Belgooly boys, as I said, but this game is now very delicately balanced, just a point between the teams. The 45. Shows more on, long ball, backs and forwards going for it. Bollard goes and gets it inside, gets a knock as he does, I think, and clash, yeah, there was clash between two players inside there. Referee will hop the ball. So 14 yards out from the Belgooly goal. The ball breaks, pulled on very well outside there by Ivor Andrew Sheehan. Andrew's clearance is half blocked, and I think the sideline ball will be for the Belgooly boys. Peter Bollard going back there to take it. He's not in a hurry. It's an energy-sapping pitch here. He's just glad of a couple of seconds respite. He started very, very well here. Not his best delivery of the day, and won beautifully for Carrigaline by Paul McAvoy, but only his kick goes only as far as Bollard to the other Bollard, and he tips it ahead of the defender. He'll probably pick this now. And will we see another one of the solo runs? We won't. He goes for an early ball. Very good delivery. Crossfield ball. In inside to Everett 3-deal. ever a treating inside was David Fehily, but David Fehily's kick just agonisingly goes to the left and wide. Great move there by Belgooly. Peter Bollard drove the ball up as far as Gary Bollard, who delivered first time inside to Jamie Dwyer. He left the ball off immediately to David Fehily in what has been the best move of the match so far, but unfortunately for Belgooly, the finish didn't match the build-up. Long ball in again towards Fehily, but a very good clearance from Leighin towards the far side of the field, where it's picked up for Belgooly by Eoin Allen. Nice ball from Eoin. The Belgooly boys have it again. Little bit of hand passing and a good right-footed delivery. Great catch inside there by Stephen O'Regan, who's having a great game, and a long clearance towards another man having a great game, Peter Bollard. Right-footed from Peter to Michael O'Mahony. Turns inside his man beautifully. Goes for the long-range effort, but again the ball just goes to the left and wide, and at the risk of repeating myself, some fine football being played here, but on a lot of occasions the finish not quite matching the build-up. Paul McAvee gets the ball as far as Eoin O'Daly. Nice delivery from Eoin, but coming out with great determination is Michael Tobin. Michael can't hold on to the ball, however, and it goes as far as the number 12 Barrow O'Hare. Nice ball from Barrow, but cut out well by the Belgooly boys, and here they come again. Lovely controlled football by them. Michael O'Mahony as far as Bollard. He's bearing down on goals. Gary Bollard, here he goes again. Can he repeat the first score? They trying to turn it on to his left. Is dragged down as he does so, I think, without a shadow of a doubt. And referee Johnny Kelly is going to award a free-in. Free-in, which not surprisingly will be taken by Gary Bollard, the man who scored a great point with his left leg, but he's going to take this with his right. Steadies himself, slides the ball. Will it go over? It won't. It's knocked down by one of the big Carrigaline boys. A great blocked out and a good clearance towards the far side of the field, where it's picked up by Eoin Allen. Quick ball from Eoin into the corner forward. Nice pass back and a left-footed kick on this occasion. That left-footed kick, I think it was by Daniel Edmonds, the number 6. We will see now as he's coming out. Daniel Edmonds, yes indeed, Daniel Edmonds. Lovely ball inside. It was won there by David Fehily. Quick delivery from David Fehily to Daniel Edmonds and straight over the bar. And Belgooly lead by 2 points to no score as the ball goes over the sideline here in front of us. And it's a sideline ball for Peter Bollard and of course for Belgooly. Little bit of frost in the ground still. Underneath the stand, but the sun is shining on the rest of the field and conditions are absolutely ideal. Peter searching at all times for somebody. On this occasion, however, he finds a Carrigaline boy. The Carrigaline boy that he finds is Joseph Moran, who gets it as far as Stephen O'Regan, and Stephen drives it towards Barry O'Hare, but Barry beaten again by Tomas Keogh, and his clearance goes as far as the point scorer. That's Daniel to Gary Bollard, but Gary's shot on this occasion is a very, very poor one. It just comes off his right boot and it goes harmlessly out and wide. But it's marvellous to see so many people driving the ball with both left and right feet here today. Dahi O'Griefa, long kick. He drew Lorna Porca, but it's won by Evin Allen. Evan taking the direct groove. A great block down inside there by one of the Carrigaline boys, but it goes only to Bollard. Bollard's left-footed raking shot is won inside by Kelly, and a nice ball across goal is cut out by Joseph O'Moran. Long clearance towards the centre of the field, where it's picked up by Peter Bollard, and Peter Bollard, low ball towards Kelly. Kelly bends his back under a lot of pressure outside there from Micheál O'Donovan. Turns and the pass goes back again to Bollard. Will he go for a point? He won't. He goes low. It's picked up beautifully inside there by one of his teammates, but the delivery again isn't great. One inside by the full back, who's under a lot of pressure, is fouled inside, and a chance for Carrigaline to relieve the pressure. Good left-footed clearance out towards the near side of the field. Bit of pushing going on there, says the referee, and the man who kicked that ball out, Kieran O'Manley, will have to face the whole thing again. Andrew Sheehan goes short. Well cut off there by the Carrigal line, but he can't hold on to the long left with a kick in front of the full back and the full forward. It's one inside there by Dwyer, and a lovely pass by Dwyer back as far as Gary Bollard, and he puts it on that left leg again and drills it over the bar. And the score now 3 points for Belgooly and no score for Gaelscoil Charraig. Keeper inside there, Dahi O'Grifa. They're waiting, I think, one of the players, he may just be tying a lace. Yes, he's okay. That, I think, is the very impressive Joseph O'Moran. Joseph is okay. And Dahi O'Grifa, a long, very good kick out by the keeper, but again the Belgooly boys just getting there first, and with that I think referee Johnny Kelly blows the half-time whistle, and at half-time Belgooly lead by 3 points to no score. Referee Johnny Kelly throws the ball in, and we're off in the second half. Carrigal trailing by 3 points are straight into the attack. Their inside forwards look likely, but they'll be expecting just a little bit more for them here in the second half. Again, it's cut off by Tomas Keogh, and a nice clearance from Tomas Keogh goes as far as Evin Allen, and Evan's ball is long but well cut out inside there by Kieran O'Monla, and a lovely ball from Kieran. It goes very nicely to shows from O'Ron, drops it in the first attempt, can't pick it in the second, but he's tenacious. He gets it at the third. He'll be looking for a bit more, I suspect, in the second half, and a lovely hand pass. Goody Everett, Paul McAvoy. Paul, nice ball inside to the corner forward O'Hare. Nice shot across the goal from O'Hare, but he's under pressure, and the ball goes to the left and wide. Score remains 3 points for Belgooly and no score yet for Gaelscoil Charraig. Still a lot of time, lot to play for here. There's 19 minutes left to play, and an awful lot can happen. The clearance. Tomas Keogh out towards the far side of the field. Chasing it out there is Bollard. Picks it up. Turns inside his man and turns back again, hops the ball, and he's off in one of those characteristic solo runs. A long ball in towards the full forward line, but not for the first time today. It's safely held by Kieran O'Manla, and Kieran's clearance is a good one. It falls into the grateful hands of Cian O'Sullivan, but that time it's cut off by Peter Bollard, and towards his brother, who's under pressure, tries to get it back. And the Carrigal boy, I think, pushes him in the back as he tries to pick the ball up, and it's a free for Belgooly to be taken by Ivercoig, Peter Bollard. Looking for it in the middle of the field is Daniel, but he doesn't go for Daniel, he goes instead for Jamie Dwyer. Nice ball to Bollard, low into Daniel, and this occasionally pulls on it, but a dangerous ball, pulled right-footed, comes off the leg of one of the Carrigal defenders, and the ball goes out over the end line for a 45. The Gaelscoil supporters over there to my left, they're in good voice, they're doing their best to rally their team. They're right in this game. The ball is taken with the 45 taken with the wrong ball, and the referee hands him the right one on this occasion. He says one ball on the field is enough, and the free to be taken unusually off the ground by Peter Bollard. Going on the far side to make a run for him is Andrew Sheehan. Andrew's picked up. Chipped in by Bollard. One inside there very well by O'Mahony. Ball breaks off his hand, however, and picked up very well by one of the Carrigal boys. And a lovely ball from him. Driven towards the full forward, where it's cut off again by Keogh. Hand pass into the hands of Onus or of Evin Allen. Evin, under a lot of pressure, gets a good ball into the number 7 O'Mahony. O'Mahony tries to turn on his left, turns too much, says the referee, and a free out to Carrigal. This game is very, very delicately poised at the moment, but the Carrigal boys would be hoping that they can go up the field and get a score pretty soon. Stefan O'Regan Long ball from Stephen. Will drop around the centre of the field. Up goes Paul McAvoy. The ball breaks down. He'll get it at the second attempt. In fact, the first jumper was Barrow O'Hare. This is McAvoy. Left-footed. Long, dangerous ball. Will it go over? It does. Into the number 9 inside there. A chance. He tops it. He drives it low. Hard. It's in the back of the net. It's in the back of the net. Ian McVernon. Great ball, one inside, turned inside his man, drilled it low and hard into the corner. Celebrating now. The sides are level. Tomas Keogh, a bit more urgency about that kick. To Bollard herring down on goal. He's being faced by O'Moran. The ball breaks inside towards Jamie. Jamie back to Bollard, puts it on his left. Dangerous ball in front of the goal. Up go the hands. It breaks to a Belgooly boy. That's Kelly. Right for the kick from Kelly. And the ball sails straight and through over the bar. And what a response from Belgooly. But the ball is in play already. This is end-to-end stuff. There's a point in it. The referee sees a bit of pushing outside there on the Carrigal line boy. And coming up is Stephen O'Regan. He'll drive it along in towards the forwards. Beautifully kicked inside and won by O'Hare. And O'Hare right-footed, taking the direct route. Well, go the hands inside. The man inside again is the number 8. The number 8 is Eoin O'Sullivan. But unfortunately for Eoin, on this occasion, the ball just goes to the left and wide. But a great passage of play. End-to-end stuff. We've seen a goal, we've seen a point, we've seen a great move from the boys from the Gaelscoil and Charraig line. But unfortunately on that occasion the ball just goes wide. Here they come again. It's O'Hare who started very impressively in the second half. Or that 2 hops, the referee doesn't see it that way. Long high ball, batted down by the keeper. One inside there by the number 8 and buried into the back of the net by Eoin O'Sullivan, who seems to be operating way inside with great effect, I must say, inside in the inside forward line. And what a difference we have in the score now. What a game we've won. The push in the back there by one of the Belgooly boys, and here comes Stephen O'Regan again. No messing. It's long and it's a good ball. Nicely hopping in front of the forward, who it must be said is under a lot of pressure. The same forward is Eoin O'Sullivan, and a nice ball towards McAvoy on his left leg. Drills it beautifully in between the post and over the bar, and they extend their lead. What a start to the second half by Gaelscoil Charraig line. What a start to the second half by Paul McAvoy there on that occasion. Drives the ball straight and through over the bar, and here they come again. It's all Gaelscoil Charraig line now. They've got an extra pep in their step. Ian beaten on this occasion. A long ball is picked up by Joseph O'Moran, and Joseph toe the hand. Drives it long and dangerously in front of the ball, and he overworked Tomas Keogh, bursts out with it, and he hits a nice left-footed ball, finds his man. The man there is Bollard, the foraging Gary Bollard. Toe the hand, surrounded by Gaelscoil defenders, and a half block. Could be enough, it doesn't, it falls inside instead to Jamie Dwyer, and Jamie to Daniel. Daniel is looking out Evin, but Evin beaten, no-nonsense style inside there by Dáithí O'Regan, who drifts across as any great defender should, and no-nonsense, first times the ball out over the sideline on the far side of the field. We've 7.5 minutes gone in this pulsating encounter. What a second half we have so far. The Gaelscoil fans to my left here are ecstatic, but Belgooly by no means out of this. O'Mahony would put it on his left. It's a dangerous ball. Kelly inside there. We get another bite. He goes for goal on this occasion. Rattles the top of the crossbar and over the bar. And as I said before, this game is by no means over. What a score. What a score by the very impressive Eamon Kelly. The man, it's his second point of the second half, and he's saying if it can be done by some of the forwards on the other side of the field, I can do it here. 2 goals and a point. Gaelscoil Charraig line, 5 points for Belgooly. On Chod, Leighin Coolbara, Dáithí O'Greafa. His net hasn't been breached yet. Bolta Mocking Dahi draw Lorna Pairc, where it's won outside there by Joseph Moran. Very well won. He's surrounded by two players. They're putting him under incessant pressure. The ball breaks as far as Cian O'Sullivan, and Cian is dispossessed by O'Mahony in this occasion. What's he going to do? He'll put it on his left. Will he go for goal? He does. He's half blocked. He's blocked brilliantly by O'Regan, and the ball drifts out to the midfielder, Stephen O'Regan, and a long ball, route one ball, effective ball from Gaelscoil Charraig line, but it's broken up on that occasion by Peter Bollard. Peter, the ball fumbles it, unfortunately for him, and the ball just slides off his toe and over the sideline in the far side of the field. Play goes on. Stephen O'Regan. Nice low ball from Stephen O'Regan. He's searching out the highly impressive Barrow O'Hare. Barrow keeps it in play and drives it across the goal, tries to drive it across the goal. It's brilliantly half blocked by Bollard, and it needs enthusiasm to get the ball into his hand. Barrow O'Hare just puts his hand at it, and Aaron Tolov, and it's pucks there or kicks there a mock, go Belgooly, and here they come again. The ball one in the centre of the midfield. I think that's Daniel Edmonds. Daniel almost dispossessed, but it goes as far as Bollard. Bollard, he's certainly not having it his own way in the second half. Great catch by O'Mahony, and a punch from him beautifully to Evin Allen, bearing on goal. What'll he do? He pots, he has a shot. It's in the back of the net. What a goal. What a goal by Evin Allen. I thought that maybe he looked a bit ponderous going through, but ponderous, how are you? He knew what he was doing. He picked his spot and he drilled it with some aplomb into the back of the net. What a game. Here come Gaelscoil Charraig line. Here comes Stephen O'Regan. He goes short on this occasion to the number 13. A left-footed dangerous ball from him. Oh, the number 13 inside is Oisin Finn. Lovely ball from Oisin Finn. Oisin Finn tried to pick out Barrow. Barrow here almost got his hands to it, and that was a very, very close call on the far side of the field there for Belgooly, who coming themselves. End-to-end stuff. Bollard, Gary Bollard, wants to go down carefully on it, and does. He's faced by Stephen O'Regan. He goes backwards on this occasion, and it's the short ball, left through the leg, the unfortunate legs of Daniel Edmonds, and the number 10 is Paul McAvoy. Nice ball from Paul, is cut off by Michael Tobin. No nonsense clearance, but a great clearance by Tobin. And here come Belgooly again. They go short, the goal scorer, he gets it back. Maybe they're overdoing it a bit. They're not, because they're in possession and they've won themselves a free in a very, very advantageous position in front of the goal. And coming across to take it will be Gary Bollard. Gary is putting this down. He kicked one from his hands in the first half. He's not, in fact, putting it down. I beg your pardon. Right for the kick from back Gary. Oh, it comes off the post with side, the far side of the post, says the umpires and the referee, and the ball goes wide. There's a Carrigal line player down over here in the near side of the field. The ref doesn't see it. The ball in the hands of everyday Paul McAvoy. Paul, tenacious player, left-footed kick from him, long kick, very well caught by Bollard. He goes to the ground but tripped accidentally by one of his own men, and he recovers brilliantly up like a top and drives it long towards Evin. Evin goes short. Lovely little hand pass. Nice ball across to Daniel. Daniel across to Bollard. He turns inside on his right. He's half blocked. Back to Daniel. A great defending inside by the Gaelscoil boy. And it hits the referee on the way out, which obviously is an automatic throw in. This is great stuff. End-to-end stuff. Chances going and begging on both sides. It's energy sapping football all the way, and the throw in and a temporary respite. Up go the hands. The ball breaks to Daniel. He tries to put it on his left. He does, but under incessant pressure, it goes off. I think it was off a hand of one of the Gaelscoil boys, and out for a 45. Yes, indeed, referee Johnny Kelly is out on the free ball line, and Bollard in possession again. What will he do with it? He's going short. to Kelly. He'll get it back, I'd say. Nice ball. Can he put it on his left and over the bar? He puts it on his left. It's dropping in front, and up go the hands of Joseph Moran, and a great clearance, but only as far as, in fact, it breaks very, very nicely to Paul McAvoy. Lovely football by Paul McAvoy. Under pressure, he still stays in possession. He's fouled, says the referee. He's dragged to the ground. Great football on that occasion by Paul McAvoy, turning a very, very dangerous situation in one end of the field to an attacking free for his team. Thought about taking it himself, decided he'd leave it to Joseph and Moran very wisely, and this will go long from Joseph. Dangerous ball. Pops again to McAvoy. Lovely left-footed kick. Beautiful, beautiful kick from Paul McAvoy, the man who earlier won that free, out there in his own half of the field. And the sides are level. Cúil agus Cúilín ag Belgooly. Gaelscoil agus Gaelscoil ag Gaelscoil Charraig. And we have, I make it, 5.5 minutes left to play. The clearance is long. It's towards the big hands of Mahoney, but he drops it on this occasion, and O'Moran is herring back towards it, but O'Moran can't get up there before Jamie Dwyer. Lovely ball from Jamie towards Bollard. Bollard, they're getting back, and he puts it on his right. A bullet from Bollard, and a super save. The hands of Dwyer Grifa tipped that ball over the bar, and I think Jay Bollard will be happy with a point. Great run. Great save by the keeper. Belgooly lead 1-6 to 2-2. O'Grifa. Long ball, lovely ball to McAvoy, who's playing a storming second half. He's under pressure from Allen. Referee, I think, is waving play on. Gets the ball back. Screw comes off with the boot a little bit of the defender there, but it could fall advantageously for Carrigaline. It doesn't on this occasion. Keogh gets a boot to it, and it's a good one because it finds the ever-willing Michael O'Mahony. Lovely left-footed ball to Bollard, who's starting to impose himself again in this game. What'll he do with this? He hops the ball, he puts it on his right. Will he go for a point? He goes for a point, and he gets a point. What a score. Great play. This is one of the best games that we've seen down here for a long, long time, full of fast, open football and full of great determined play by the players on both sides of the field. Dwyer Grifa, the impressive Colbara, drives it out only into the hands of Evin Allen on this occasion. Evin Allen, his shot is half blocked. I think that's by the ever-foraging McAvoy over there on the far side of the field, and he gets it, puts it on his left, under pressure. I think the sideline actually beat him over there, and it's a sideline ball for the Belgooly boys. They take it. They were trying to take it short, but in fact it was just passing to the number 7, Michael O'Mahony. Oh, it's a great ball. Picks out Bollard. They're giving him a little bit too much latitude. Puts it on his left. Fine kick. That is a super score. Great score from Belgooly. Lovely long crossfield ball from Michael O'Mahony, that impressive midfielder. Picked out Bollard, who found a bit of space, and you don't give players like that space and hope not to suffer. Here they come again. Is there a pep in their step, extra pep in their step? O'Mahony, strong lad, very determined player, but the ball breaks from him, and it's won by Stephen O'Regan, and Stephen gets it as far as McAvoy, but is he getting a little bit tired because he's had a great game? He's beaten on that occasion by Daniel Edmonds. To O'Mahony, to Bollard. Will he finish again? He puts it on his right. Nice dangerous ball, hops off the crossbar, off the hands of the keeper, and it's buried into the back of the net by one of the forwards inside there. I think that might have been number 13, David Fehily, inside. But what matters, says the Belgooly boys. They'll know who it was, and the ball breaks into the Belgooly man again, and now we have a completely different complexion and a score because they lead, I think, by 6 points. Here they come. We've got 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes left in this game. Eoin Allen, under pressure, gets a good ball back to Peter Bollard. Peter, nice low delivery into the corner forward inside. The corner forward inside there is Kelly, the impressive Kelly. Lovely left-footed kick is half blocked out by Joseph O'Moran, but it comes, the referee says, sees a bit of holding in fact, by the Carrigaline boy, and it's a free in to Belgooly, and a free in which will be taken by Peter Bollard. He goes short to O'Mahony, who puts on his. That's a dangerous ball again. Batted down well by the keeper, but only as far as one and forward. Keeper saves it in the second attempt. Coming back to get it is Evin Allen. Evan turns inside his man, and a nice ball back to Jamie. Can Jamie love to get in the score sheet? Daniel half blocked again. Great tenacious defending by Gaelscoil Charraig, but a ball breaks off a Carrigaline boy, and as the seconds tip away from them, Belgooly have a 45. With just over, I make it about a minute and a half left. Belgooly lead by 6 points. O'Mahony in space, goes low. Had a chance maybe to get an absolute clincher of a point there, but he won't be too disappointed. He'll know that time is very much on his side and on the side of his team. Dwyer, however, knows that it isn't on the side of his. Ball breaking around the centre of the field, and the goal has given the Belgooly boys an extra bit of energy, I think, that finished this game stronger. The ball, however, won very well out over there by Eoin Daly, and Eoin is chasing it again. So, however, is Bollard, and the ball eludes both of them and goes over the sideline on the far side of the field, where Bollard himself, Peter Bollard, will take it. The Carrigaline boy bearing forward, I think, is Stephen O'Regan. Stephen is fouled. He gets a lovely ball by Stephen O'Regan. Can they make something out of this? Oh no, Daly. Dangerous ball, but well read by Michael Tobin. And Tobin's clearance is half blocked. It doesn't go over the sideline. Carrigaline in possession. A dangerous ball in front of the goal, and the fists go up. Oh, how close can you get? Lovely ball across the goal. Up went the fist. The fist on that occasion was Ian McVernon, and Ian saw his deflected effort go just inches wide of the upright, and that, I would imagine, is that as far as Gaelscoil Charraig are concerned. Great performance by them. One would have to say a better performance by Belgooly, who are probably well deserving of this victory. They have a sub on. There's in the sub on for Belgooly. Is number 15, Shane Mooney. The Carrigaline fighting to the bitter end. Bollard and McAvee, two of the great performers that we've seen outside there to the way. In fact, it's another one of them. It's not Paul McAvee, but Barrow O'Hare, who's had a great second half. Stephen O'Regan, another man who's played his heart out, drives it long. He drew on Cunha, but it's Glantasuska hauling Andrew Sheehan. And as with that clearance, Andrew Sheehan's is the last kick of the game. And the final score, Belgooly 2 goals and 8 points. Gaelscoil Charraig 2 goals and 2 points.